Hello, everyone. You're watching Ultimate Challenges, and I'm your host, the Coach.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering
I was
snacks.
just going to say.
That's where I go.
Keeps himself upright. But now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll look to throw here. Big hold of the 30. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he'll be marked down all the way inside the KC 10. A big play there for the Niners. 47 yards. Well, how about the passing numbers so far on this first drive?
Oh, no doubt about it. They're flinging it around pretty successfully. And look at the start. The confidence level that we see in him rising because he's hit a few early. And how about the last one? The big shot right there.
They're going to look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the great one, Jerry Rice. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And he's in for the 49ers score. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken short. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
Kendall Fuller in on the stop. On second down, here's Barkley. Oh, able to avoid him. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
Any team that successfully runs a toss play cannot do it with an offensive line that can't move. You've got to have mobile players, especially those tackles, who can move laterally and seal the edge in order for the back to get upfield.
And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. 14 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Crosby with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the rookie Saquon Barkley, the one who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken very short. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Williams. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now here's Mahomes. Got his man. It's Williams. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Really good defensive effort. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Give the sack to Lawrence Taylor. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Well, he's going to go for it all. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. I'll tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. And Diggs has it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
30 base. Ready.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going for it all. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Jerry Rice, 28 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he is out of bounds here on the return. Out comes Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. 30, 20, 10, and they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Here's Damian Williams making his way back out. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Mason Crosby set to kick off.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Mean Joe Green, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Finding Hardman here over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The gain of 22.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Damian Williams, the man he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. It's a foot race. He's at the 30, past the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Partner, they're up big. They snap the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT, yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
Silver.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Mahomes again. Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, this is blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Barkley. Fighting through, and he's got space. 31 yards there and a first down.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Set. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Squeeze, squeeze. Double, double.
And with just over 40 seconds now remaining, he gets up and spikes it. And they will take a knee here. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me.
Delay of game, offense.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run. And just lost track, and it cost him.
Nice job there getting the win. Next up, another challenge, of course.
Welcome, everybody. I'm the coach. Up next, another ultimate challenge on EA Sports.
The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 19-yard line.
Ready.
And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is finally out of bounds across midfield at the 40-yard line.
Well, there's a pretty big start right there. They go bombs away on the first play from scrimmage.
Put a smile on your face, didn't it? Not because you're rooting for anyone, but that's the way to begin a game, to put someone back on their heels and announce that they plan to be aggressive.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Nick Bosa, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DM.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Devin Hester, 50 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flushed from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken short. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 13. Here's Jerick McKinnon, his first carry of the ball game. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 2nd down, McKinnon. Oh, it's out. McKinnon fumbled it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
That's the way you make it spin, baby.
Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays on.
We're going to shut you down. We're going to shut you down.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction. There he goes, left side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin taking it in as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. We less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. San Francisco coming back out here on offense. See, this is a team that has, in the midst of their first playoff appearance since 2013, biggest jump of any squad because just 4 wins last year, 13 this year, and that win in Seattle, Week 17, so huge. A tackle by Dre Greenlaw and Jacob Hollister on the half-yard line to preserve the victory. You'd think about the magnitude of that play. What a difference it would be between 3 road games if they would have been the number 5 seed versus 2 potential home games as the number 1 seed.
If they find a way to win the Super Bowl, that tackle will be remembered. It's already there with Dan Bunz's hit in the Super Bowl against Pete Johnson, the Cincinnati Bengals. We'll talk about that like Mike Jones's stop for the Rams against the Titans in the Super Bowl where he stopped him about 1 yard short. That's how big of a play that was, to give them that open week and a chance to rest, because I think that team needed it. But I'm loving what San Francisco has done. Jimmy Garoppolo, people will question him about playing in the playoffs. Go back and look at the season. He played in how many different playoff-type games? I think he'll be okay. The defense and the pass rush. And if they needed just a little extra on the top, they're going to paint the end zones red, as they normally do when the 49ers have a big-time team, and that's what they're doing for the playoffs.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Jerry Rice, the one he was looking for, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A huge gain of 40 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw now on 1st down. That'll be caught by Rice. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
Yes, indeed.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say, they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. Let's go. Let's go.
Set to take over again here on offense, Jimmy G and the 49ers. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass, no interceptions for him personally to this point. From the 31, Garoppolo, man open, it's Goodwin. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is going to be 49er football. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
They're the 49ers getting set to trot out there. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies.
This is caught inside the 15. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one good for 37 yards. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Nick Bosa, his second sack of the night.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score.
And Ollie takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. Garoppolo now, first down throw. He finds McKinnon, complete. Touchdown, 49ers! Jarek McKinnon, 71 yards, as they are able to cut into that lead.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Gold with the extra point, and that trims the lead down to 9. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. 2nd and 10 on the move to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Back and forth, we win in that first half. This has certainly been an entertaining one to watch thus far. Let's get right back out to it as we'll rejoin our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. To throw is Garoppolo. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Garoppolo and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They run it with McKinnon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Every time I watch LT blow up plays just like that one, I think of one quote. You can run, but you can't hide.
He won a record 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards back in his day. He's also the league MVP in 1986.
One of 2 defensive players who won the MVP award in the NFL. The second one, Alan Page with the Minnesota Vikings, the linchpin of their Purple People Eaters defense.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. A dump down to McKinnon. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Here we go. 30 base. Pick it up. 56 again.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. James has got it. Complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. 18 yards. First down, Niners.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Cheetah.
Now Saquon Barkley takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd. Ready. 50, plant.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter.
Watch it. Hey, switch gears.
They'll try to run forward Barkley. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Hasn't had his best game running the football here tonight, but, hey, that's a critical spot right there to convert on 3rd down, and he did it.
And the lights are shining just a little bit brighter right now, aren't they? You remember the beginning of the game? If he gets this first down, everybody's happy. That's cool. But here, that was critical, and it really energizes him.
On 2nd down now, Barkley. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Throw complete there to Jerry Rice. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. That one looks like he'll throw here. That'll be caught by Hester. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. It's complete to Diggs. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. On play action, they'll throw. Being chased out left. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Jason Verrett, he'll get the sack as he provides the heat off the... corner. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
56. Got to do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on 1st and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he
can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Nick Bosa bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll drop to throw. Rolling to his left. He can run for it, and he will. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
Here we go, here we go. My 20s! Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on out.
One final try now for Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. Congratulations on yet another victory. Now you can go right to the next challenge if there's another one available, or return